Hello and welcome to this program for Design and Technology. Today we are going to talk about packaging, especially packaging made of cardboard. In this lesson, we will be able to learn the common shapes and forms in packaging, the definition of a prism, how to draw the development of a cuboid, and how to make a cuboid out of card. You must have come across packaging very often since a lot of stuff we buy comes in packaging. Packaging themselves are quite important because they keep products safe and clean. They also allow storage of items in batches or individually. This is convenient for buyers, sellers, and distributors. We are going to have a look at some simple cardboard packaging that we have with us today. This is a packaging in the form of a cuboid. As you see, we can open it up flat as such, and it is made of a single piece of card. On the interior, we see very clean and neat fold lines, tabs, and this is a gluing tab which we can glue together so that the glue tab is invisible from the outside when the box is assembled. We will have a look at another box which is assembled completely without glue. The tabs are folded inside and can be pressed down so that they are all going to lock together to form another box in the form of a cuboid. Remember that packaging is supposed to be strong so that it can protect the internal contents. Packaging is based on shapes and forms. Shapes are basically flat, that is, they are 2D, two-dimensional. They have width and height. Basic shapes that you are familiar with are the square, the rectangle, the circle, and the triangle. Geometrical forms, on the other hand, are 3D, three-dimensional. They have depth as well. A common geometrical form based on the square is the cube. Based on the rectangle, we have the cuboid. Based on the circle, we have a cylinder. We can also get a sphere. Based on the triangle, we have a pyramid, a cone, and a triangular prism. Shapes and forms can be combined to get very interesting and attractive objects. Given the package shown, could you name the basic shape it is based on? Yes, a circle. And which form does it have? Yes, the form is that of a cylinder. Given this package shown, could you name the basic shape it is based on? It is based on a triangle. And which form does it have? Yes, it has the form of a triangular prism. From the first examples we had seen, some packaging can be opened up flat to obtain a net or development. A development is a flat 2D shape, which, when folded and assembled, gives a specific 3D shape. The folding lines indicate the sections to be folded. The flaps provide a surface for gluing during assembly. An important definition we need to know before we go ahead is that of a prism. A prism has two similar ends, the base and the top, bounded by flat sides. Here we see a cube. It has one square top and one square base. The base and top are bounded by 4 square flat sides. When all the sides are opened up flat, this is the shape we get. This figure shows a square base prism, which is also known as a cuboid. The base and top are square and are bounded by 4 rectangular flat sides. We are going to see how to work out its development. To do so, let us study the cuboid shown. When we start drawing the development, we have to consider the 3 main dimensions, namely the width, the height, and the depth as shown. The dimensions of the cuboid we have to make is 8 units by 8 units with a height of 12 units. The development is drawn on a square grid. These are the front and top views drawn on square grid with space left to draw the development. We can label the corners of the top as numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Correspondingly, we add projection lines shown in green to give the height of the object, and the corners are labeled off on the projection lines according to the width of the individual faces. We have faces 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and 4 to 1, which give a total of 4 vertical faces. To add the top and bottom faces, we use compasses to mark off the width of the top and bottom face. The width of the front is projected off to the width of the top and the base. The top and base are then completed as shown above. The last step is to add the glue tabs. Draw the glue tabs by drawing lines above and below the rectangular flat sides as shown. The glue tab is drawn on only one end of the rectangular flat sides. This is what the completed development should look like. The fold lines are shown in broken lines. The outline is drawn in neat and dark lines so as to differentiate it from the construction lines. Here, we have a student who has completed his development in his copybook and is ready to transfer it to a piece of Bristol paper, out of which he will make a cuboid. The additional materials needed are carbon paper, a ruler, a cutting mat, a pencil, a bone folder, a glue stick, and scissors. The Bristol paper is placed beneath the development and the carbon paper is placed between the development and the Bristol paper. The development is then traced out with the help of a pencil and ruler. When this is done, you will obtain the development all traced out on the Bristol paper. Another student is now proceeding to cut out the development. This is what you obtain after cutting out. Then proceed to score the fold lines with the help of the ruler and the bone folder. This prevents creasing and cracks on the folded edges. The development can then be bent to obtain the 3D shape as such. Glue is applied to the interior of the tabs. The finished cuboid will look like this. In this lesson, we have been able to see the common shapes and forms in packaging, the definition of a prism, how to draw the development of a cuboid, and how to make a cuboid out of card. In the coming video lessons, we will be able to take a closer look at the development of a triangular prism. These are the references of images used. This brings us to the end of our video on design and technology. Do remember that you will see all of our videos on the website of the Ministry of Education under the Student Support Program. Catch us for the next video on development. Till then, goodbye.